Students. So in the last videos we have discussed about graphs of sine, cos, tan, cot, secant, cosecant. So all the standard functions, 6 trigonometric ratios graphs we have discussed. Now let us actually extend this discussion to the functions like sine square x, like sine 2x, like cos 2x. Let us extend our discussion for some more trigonometric functions. Okay, so let me take the discussion of sine square x. So let us find the graph of sine square x, means y is equal to sine square x, for example, if we have. Now for drawing the graph of the function, you have to take some interval, means we have to draw the graph between some limits. So without limits, you can't just draw the graph for any limits. Some limits will be there. Okay, so let us try to draw the graph of y is equal to sine square x. Y is equal to sine square x in the interval 0, 2 pi. So you can take any limits, just I am specifying these limits. You can actually reduce or increase the interval. Okay, so y is equal to sine square x. Let us consider the graph of this function. So let me take 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi. So I am between 0 and 2 pi. I will take x values with a gap of 45 degrees. Because already we discussed in the previous videos also that when the gap of the angles which we are taking is less, the shape of the graph will be better. So okay, so when the difference of the angles is actually very large, the shape of the graph may not be that accurate. So let me take the angles with a difference of pi by 4 or 45 degrees. Okay, so let me take x values like this. So I am taking angles with a difference of 45 degrees or pi by 4. Between 0 and 2 pi, let us draw the graph of y is equal to sine square x. Now when x is 0, sine square 0, 0 only. When x is pi by 4, sine square pi by 4 means 1 by root 2 whole square. When x is pi by 2, sine square pi by 2 means 1 square. When x is 3 pi by 4, sine square 3 pi by 4 means 1 by root 2 whole square. Again you will get 1 by 2 only. Now when x is pi, sine square pi will be 0. We know that for all multiples of pi, that is when x is a multiple of pi, sin x is going to be 0. Therefore, sin x will be 0 for multiples of pi, means for 0, pi, and 2 pi also you will get 0 only. We can fix that, okay? 5 pi by 4. When x is 5 pi by 4, this is sine square 5 pi by 4. Actually, sine square 5 pi by 4 cannot be negative. If you take sine 5 pi by 4, we get minus 1 by root 2. But since we have square here, minus 1 by root 2 whole square, it comes to 1 by 2 only. Because it cannot be negative. 3 pi by 2. So sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. Sine squared 3 pi by 2 will be minus 1 whole square. You will get 1 only. 7 pi by 4, again you will get 1 by 2. So sine square x cannot be negative, therefore y values you cannot get negative, it is always positive only. So let me draw the graph of this now. So on x axis we have taken angles with a difference of pi by 4 like this. With a difference of pi by 4, we have chosen the angles. Okay. So 0 to 2 pi. y is equal to sine square x, we are drawing between 0 and 2 pi. Now, if you see y values, these y values are between 0 and 1 only. Because sine square x cannot be negative, y values are not negative. No need of taking negative values for y. So, only 0 to 1 the values we are getting. So, let me take 1 somewhere here. Between 0 and 1, I will take 0.5 somewhere here. These are enough for you. Okay. So, now, x is equal to 0, y is 0. When x is equal to pi by 4, y is 1 by 2, means 0.5. When x is equal to pi by 2, y is 1, the point is somewhere here. 3 pi by 4, again it is 1 by 2, 0.4, pi 0. 5 pi by 4, again 1 by 2, 0.5. 3 pi by 2, you are getting 1 again. 7 pi by 4, you are getting 0.5. 2 pi, you are getting 0. So points location or plotting of the points is completed. Now when you join the points using a soft curve, you will get the graph of y is equal to sine square x, and the graph is something like this. Right. So this is the shape of y is equal to sine square x between the interval 0 comma 2 pi. Now the intervals what we are taking, the intervals are not fixed. So you can take different intervals. I have chosen 0 to 2 pi. You can take minus pi to pi. Okay, the process is same. The intervals may change, but the process is same. Okay. So let us consider one more graph. Now for example, instead of sine square x, if I have y is equal to cos square x, y is equal to cos square x if I have for the same interval. Okay, so I will change the graph also now. So y is equal to cos square x. We know that cos x will be 0 for odd multiples of pi by 2. So at pi by 2, cos x is 0. At 3 pi by 2, cos x is 0. Okay. Now let us start. At x is equal to 0, cos x is 1. Pi by 4, it is 1 by root 2 whole square. So it is 1 by 2. 3 pi by 4, cos x is minus 1 by root 2. Square is there, no? So 1 by 2. At x is equal to pi, cos pi is minus 1. So minus 1 whole square you will get 1 only. 5 pi by 4, cos x is minus 1 by root 2. Whole square is there. You will get 1 by 2. Proceed like this. This is 1 by 2. This is 1. These are the values. Okay. Let me plot the points here. At x is equal to 0, y is 1. Next, at x is equal to pi by 4, you got 1 by 2. Pi by 2, you got 0. 3 pi by 4, 1 by 2. At x is equal to pi, 1. Okay, for pi by 2, we got 0. Next, 3 pi by 2, we got 1 by 2. For pi, we got 1. 5 pi by 4, again 1 by 2. 3 pi by 2, 0. 7 pi by 4, we got 1 by 2. For 2 pi, we got 1. So this is the location of points. So if we join the points using a soft curve, so we are going to get the graph of cos function something like this. I'll adjust this point. Okay. So the graph of cos function is cos square x. The graph of y is equal to cos square x is something like this. So both y is equal to sin square x and y is equal to cos square x graphs, you can observe, are in the shape of a wave. These are wave shapes only. But since we are taking cos square x, y cannot be negative. Therefore, the graph is not going below x-axis. So, if y can be negative, the graph can go below the x-axis. But the y is not negative here. Therefore, the graph is completely touching or lying above the x-axis only. Based on y values, we are getting the graph like this. Okay, so let me choose another graph. So between the same interval, let me draw the graph of y is equal to sine 2x now. So different functions I am choosing. So if you know the process of drawing the graph, automatically for different functions, plotting the points and joining the points to form a curve is what is important. Okay, so y is equal to sine 2x. At x is equal to 0, y is sine 0. At x is equal to pi by 4, you get y is equal to sine pi by 2. At x is equal to pi by 2, you get sine pi 0. 3 pi by 4. X is equal to 3 pi by 4. Then y is equal to sine 3 pi by 2 you get. And what is sine 3 pi by 2? Sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. At x is equal to pi, this becomes sine 2 pi. Sine 2 pi, 0. So alternately you are getting zeros. Alternately you are getting 1 minus 1. That's all. That process will continue. So when x is 5 pi by 4, y is equal to sine pi by 2 you get. 5 pi by 2. Sine 5 pi by 2 is 1. Next for this you will get 0. Minus 1, 0. Like that the process will continue. So okay, so if I take the points now, 0. Pi by 4, you got 1 somewhere here. 5 pi by 2, 0. 3 pi by 4, minus 1. Okay, I should adjust because I don't have space here. I will try to adjust. So here y is negative also. So I will try to adjust here. So because y values are negative, so I should take the y values below the x-axis also. I should consider here. So I will take 1 here. I will take minus 1 here. Let me take 0.5 here. Minus 0.5 here. Okay. So 0, pi by 4, pi by 2, 3 pi by 4, pi, 5 pi by 4, 3 pi by 2, 7 pi by 4, 2 pi. Now plotting the points, x0, y0. X is equal to pi by 4, you are getting 1. X is equal to pi by 2, 0. For 3 pi by 4, you are getting minus 1. Minus 1 somewhere here. For pi, y is 0. For pi by 4, it is 1 again. For 3 pi by 2, 0. 7 pi by 4, again you are getting minus 1. For 2 pi, you are getting 0. So if you join the points now, again you will get a wave shaped curve like this. Same. So it's the same shape which we got for sin x, we are getting for sin 2x also. That means what we have to understand is for any sine function, the shape of the graph will be same. For any sine function, shape of the graph will be same. Okay, when you are taking sine x, the graph widens like this. When you are taking 2x, the graph is become a bit compact. When you take sine 3x, the graph becomes more compact. shape will be same. The graph widens or becomes compact based on the angle you are choosing here. So the more multiple of x you are choosing, the graph becomes that much compact. Okay, so this is the graph of y is equal to sine 2x between the interval 0, pi. Now let me consider the graph of y is equal to cos 2x now. So I will change the interval also. I will try to change the interval of x values also. So I will take x values between minus pi and plus pi. Between minus pi and plus pi, I will take the angles now. Okay, so with a difference of pi by 4 only, I am choosing the angles with a difference of pi by 4, but from minus pi to pi I am choosing. Okay, so the graph of y is equal to cos 2x, let us draw first. So we know that cos of minus theta is cos theta. So for negative angles as well as positive angles, the cos function value is going to be same only. So cos of minus pi is same as cos pi. What is that? Minus 1. Okay, so when I substitute here, cos of minus 2 pi is same as cos of 2 pi. When x is taken as minus pi, you get cos of minus 2 pi, which is same as cos 2 pi. So what is cos of 2 pi? 1. So both values I will mark at once. When x is taken as minus 3 pi by 4, you will get cos of minus 3 pi by 2, which is same as cos of 3 pi by 2, which we get that this value. What is cos of 3 pi by 2? 0. So when x is taken as pi by 2, this becomes cos pi, and cos pi is minus 1. The same you will get for this also. So when you put minus pi by 2 here, you will get cos of minus pi, which is same as cos pi minus 1. Now when you put pi by 4, you will get cos pi by 2, which is 0. The same you will get for this also. When x is taken as 0, then y is equal to cos 0. That means you will get 1. So these are the values obtained for y is equal to cos 2x between the interval minus pi to pi. So here if you observe y values, clearly the y values here are between minus 1 to 1. So even negative values you are getting for y, positive you are getting, between minus 1 to 1 we are getting y values. Okay, so let us consider in the graph that is along x-axis, I will choose values from minus pi to pi. So between minus pi to pi, I have to choose values along x-axis. So there is a positive side of x-axis and here comes the negative side of x-axis. So between minus pi to pi, y values are fluctuating from minus 1 to 0. So I will put 1 here and I will put minus 1 here. So let me take 0.5 in between minus 0.5 somewhere here. Plot the points. So when you try to plot the points now, when x is 0, y is 1. When x is pi by 4, y is 0. When x is pi by 2, y is minus 1. 3 pi by 4, 0. Pi, 1. Come to negative side. Minus pi by 4, you got 0. Minus pi by 2, minus 1. Minus 3 pi by 4, 0. For x is equal to minus pi, y is 1. If you join the points now, so you will get something like this. So two v's we are getting. So if you remind the graph of y is equal to cos x here, graph of y is equal to cos x shape also is similar to this. Graph of y is equal to cos x is also similar. Y is equal to cos x graph also we got like this only. But the graph is becoming a bit compact. If you take y is equal to cos x, the graph widens. The shape is same only. Shape obviously will be same only. So this is the graph of y is equal to cos 2x. So like this we can choose different functions. The only thing is you have to choose x values based on the interval which we are actually planning to draw the graph between the which values of x you are planning, that is important. So based on x values you will get y values, plot the points, join the points, okay, you will get the graph automatically, you will get the curve. So whichever curve you want to draw, you can draw based on the interval which is given for us. So like this different graphs we can plan and draw. Okay. So I hope it is clear about graphs of trigonometric functions now. All the standard functions I have explained, and in this video basically I focused on sin square x, cos square x, cos 2x, sin 2x models. Okay. So hope you can draw the graph of any trigonometric function now. So thank you everyone. So if you like the videos, please subscribe and share with others.